Love is definitely in the air and inside out too. And that raises the question that has intrigued millions of people. How will the emotions react when they find out that Riley has finally fallen in love? We're sure about how this historic moment will play out in Riley's mind. In fact, we even know how each of our protagonists' emotions will react. Optimistic joy. Starting with the first emotion that emerged in Riley's little head, we know Joy will be very happy and optimistic when she realizes that Riley's heart races every time she's near the boy she likes. Probably some crush alert will go off in the control room, like the puberty button, but all over the place, and all the emotions will be ready to act by pressing the buttons on the console when needed. And, of course, Joy will be responsible for the beautiful smile Riley will have whenever she sees the boy she likes, especially if what we're imagining happens, she starts dating. We don't know if the lucky guy will be Jordan or some other boy who resembles her imaginary boyfriend. But it will definitely happen in Inside Out, and Joy knows it's only a matter of time before the eye contact between Riley and the boy, who might also play hockey, evolves into something more serious. And when Riley has her first kiss, you can bet Joy will feel amazing and have the greatest sense of accomplishment in her entire life. That's the reaction the first of Riley's emotions will have when she finally finds her ideal match. But besides Joy, each of the other emotions will react differently, and that's what you're about to find out.
Sadness is in the house!
Restless Anxiety. While Joy will be optimistic and very happy throughout Riley's relationship, anxiety will be responsible for keeping Riley always imagining what her next encounter with her crush will be like. She'll be the one who makes Riley idealize how she should act and what she should say to the boy when she sees him again. Furthermore, she'll practically go crazy after finding out that Riley wants to have her first kiss and is wondering if it will be good or bad, or even if she'll know how to kiss properly or not. Anxiety will be at the control desk every time Riley finishes meeting the boy she likes, even after they start dating, and she'll start planning every step of how the next encounter will be. After all, that's her job. So, whenever Riley thinks about her boyfriend, anxiety will automatically be restless.
Wait, I'm just curious, maybe I could
Thank you,
help?
not now.
Envy and jealousy. Envy, on the other hand, will have a different task. The tiny green emotion with big eyes will be happy, but at the same time will be responsible for making Riley feel that good old feeling we all feel when we're dating, jealousy. Of course, Riley's boyfriend won't be with her all the time, so in those moments, envy will probably make Riley wonder what he might be doing, and that will lead her to think, who is he with now? Which will be enough to trigger the jealousy and make her start thinking he might be with another girl. Worse than that, he might be having fun with that girl. Of course, most of the time, this will be a huge senseless thought, but that will be Envy's role during Riley's relationship. After all, she's Envy. And let's agree, a little jealousy makes everyone feel a little more loved. And if you've ever felt jealous at least once in your life, comment down below, #jealousy. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But while envy does its job of making Riley alert against other ill-intentioned girls, sadness will be feeling down. Sadness will be dejected. Of course, sadness will make her presence felt right after envy does its job of making Riley jealous. That's because, even if for a brief moment, sadness will make Riley think that her boyfriend might replace her with someone else. And that will be more than enough reason for sadness to start crying, as she always does. Even if it's all just in Riley's imagination, because her boyfriend will probably just be studying or having fun with his friends. Which is really what happens 99% of the time women wonder what their boyfriends are doing. The other 1% of the time, we're in the bathroom. But the fact is, sadness will make Riley feel that slight feeling of unease because she thinks something might be wrong. Sadness will also work hard every time Riley and her boyfriend argue because, yes, that will happen sooner or later. And yes, it will happen for the silliest reasons we can imagine. In any case, in this part of Riley's life, it will be sadness's moment to take control of Riley and make the girl feel sad. But let's remember that not always, sadness is bad.
Long, 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 long way. I'm ready.
Disgust and appearance. Disgust will definitely be responsible for monitoring Riley regarding her appearance. She'll be the emotion that's always attentive to the clothes Riley wears, whether they match or suit her better. One proof of this is when she's overjoyed when Riley creates the fashion island in her mind. Moreover, she'll always alert Riley if her breath is good enough to talk up close to the boy she likes, or if there's something stuck in her braces. Especially on days when Riley eats onion. Disgust will also insist that Riley always wants to take a quick shower after every hockey game, as well as think about the perfume she can wear so she can meet her boyfriend and be as presentable and smelling as nicely as possible. After all, Disgust wouldn't want Riley's crush to think she's dirty or that she smells bad, right? Embarrassment becomes timid. Embarrassed, on the other hand, will come into play whenever Riley receives compliments from boys, which will make Riley extremely embarrassed. At the same time, the big pink emotion will be itself and make Riley shy every time she meets the boy she likes, and even leave her speechless exactly when it's her turn to respond to a question. Riley will probably feel so embarrassed that I think she might even choke when she tries to say something her crush says to her. Of course, the boy will find it super cute, but all this will be the result of embarrassed caused by shyness in Riley's mind every time it touches the control panel. But the moment when embarrassed will definitely want to disappear will be when the boy tries to give Riley her first kiss. I hope she doesn't get so shy that she can't even respond and totally freezes. And since we know the subscribe button isn't stuck, click on it and join our team so you don't miss our next videos made by fans for fans. Worried fear. In Riley's love life, fear will appear and worry about everything that can happen exactly at this important moment in Riley's life. And you know exactly what we're talking about. Riley will definitely be very afraid of making a mistake at some point, and now that she wears braces, this risk may be a little higher. After Riley starts dating, and all that's passed, fear will work again and think about which words she can say that won't cause any misunderstanding between her and her boyfriend, trying to avoid discussions and fights as much as possible. Surely, he'll create a list of words and things that can happen, just like he did when Riley was going to the new school on her first day. Just as it happened when the teacher asked Riley to introduce herself in class, the thing fear fears the most one day will happen. A fight between Riley and her boyfriend. And that's exactly when ennui becomes melancholic. Like in any relationship, Riley and her future boyfriend will argue, even if it's just a little. And after that happens, sadness will make Riley cry a little bit, but after she stops crying, Riley will probably become a little melancholic. If there's one thing that comes along with melancholy, it's ennui. Or does ennui come with melancholy? The fact is, ennui will make Riley apathetic and unwilling to do anything, since she'll still be fighting with her boyfriend. Who knows, maybe she won't even feel like training or playing hockey. She might even lose the desire to study, which will make Riley's grades drop a little. And it's at this moment that anger becomes stressed. Although Riley knows that she's the only one to blame for her low grades, she'll still be quite angry, especially with herself. And after she thinks for a bit, she'll be angry for fighting with her boyfriend. In this case, the movie's protagonist will have two options: either continue to be stressed or make amends with her boyfriend. Of course, she'll try to make amends since Riley is a smart girl. But if Riley's boyfriend doesn't apologize and admit he was wrong, she'll become even more stressed, with real anger. But if he apologizes and they make up again, that'll be the moment when they'll get along again. And Joy, who always believed this would happen since she's super optimistic, will take over Riley's mind instead of anger. And thus, we hope Riley gets happier and everything goes well in her mind, and of course, in her heart. And since having a happy heart is what everyone wants, just like Riley, we're leaving 2 super cool videos for you to continue enjoying our content made especially for fans of cartoons and animated movies. While you choose which of the 2 videos to watch, we hope your heart gets as happy as Riley's. Thanks, and until next time.